Divine rising, everybody. If you are tuning in with me right now, let me know where you're tuning in from. I have been having the most, let me mute myself out over here. Yeah, this system has been giving me some challenges. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to have to contact my people and see if they can get this situation fixed because I'm able to go live on multiple platforms, but it's showing up on one and not showing up on the other. And then it's showing that I'm on live, it's showing that it's streaming, but it's not streaming. So, but anyway, sorry about, well, I apologize about the delay because I'm not sorry, but I do apologize about the delay because I know I said I'd go live in a few minutes. But here, there, I'm here, and we're gonna get this show on the road. Um, so today our topic is why clarity feels safer than pressure. And our description of the live is we're going to have a conversation for women who are tired of feeling emotionally pressed while trying to build online. And this morning, we're talking about clarity, emotional safety, sustainable movement, and why more women are starting to move differently online. And it is today, the 27th. Yes, it is. All right. And yes, I structurally do all this stuff. So I got to make sure coming with the right content, right? So anyway, so again, divine rising to you, and it's like something that I've been seeing and noticing lately is how many women have become emotionally exhausted from environments that constantly creates pressure while being online. Well, pressure to what move faster, post more, stay visible constantly, prove momentum, always sound excited. And no, we're not always excited. And after a while, that pressure starts disconnecting people from themselves mentally, especially introvert women. So let's get into these points. So, pressure creates emotional noise. And I know I'm jumping right into this. But before I get off into this, I mean, for those of you who are watching who don't know me, of course, my name is down at the bottom, depending on what device that you are watching this stream on. My name is Shakitha. I am the CEO and founder of Quiet Queens Academy, um, and some other brands as well. Uh, but I want to tap that in right. I mean, say that. So for the people who do not know me, um, I am Shakitha Lewis, and I reside over in the state of Texas, right? So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get in those points. Like I said, pressure creates emotional noise. And I think a lot of online environments normalize emotional pressure so much that people start to believe pressure is just part of success. But pressure usually creates noise mentally. And once there's too much noise, clarity becomes harder to hear. See, we're talking about hearing clarity, not just seeing clarity, but hearing clarity as well. So So therefore, pressure creates emotional noise. And we're going to talk about that here in just a moment. A little delve a little bit deeper into that. And clarity feels different mentally, right? Clarity creates a completely different experience because when something actually makes sense structurally, emotionally, and practically, movement starts feeling calmer, less forced, less emotional, chaotic, because now you understand what matters, what doesn't, and what actually creates movement consistently. And we're talking about pressure. We're talking about moving. We're talking about structure, clarity, and what matters, what doesn't. I mean, so that we can move in a calmer environment, right? So, introvert women usually need emotional safety to build well, right? And I think quieter women especially need emotional safety to build consistently, not pressure, not intensity. not constant overstimulation, because a lot of introvert women are naturally observant, thoughtful, intentional, and structured. And those qualities usually thrive better in calmer environments. And if I have to say, that's my space right there. Thriving in a calmer environment. Let me move this up here. Um, let's see. I'm gonna get into this next point. I think let's go ahead and get this shared on here right quick because I forgot to share it and I forgot to record. But anyway, just gotta want to get this done. Because I have absolutely no idea why this is happening, but it is. But in any event, let's move on to the um next thing. So why Queens Academy exists? And honestly, one of the reasons I created Quiet Queens Academy is because I wanted women to experience clarity without confusion, leadership without pressure, movement without emotional exhaustion, and structure without feeling like they had to constantly perform online. And I wanted women to realize you can build powerfully without disconnecting from yourself in the process. And that's typically what's been happening lately in the environments. People are disconnecting from themselves because they're trying to do and be a person who they're not, right? So inside of Queens Academy, and I'm about to wrap this up. So inside of Quiet Queens Academy, I've been organizing free trainings around the exact things I keep seeing women having challenges with mentally while building. And things like, stop chasing the posture shift, calm conversations that convert, the business model explained, because once women understand what creates sustainability, what creates unnecessary pressure, and how movement actually works, they start building differently. And it's interesting that, we talked about that this morning. I get on a call every morning, and they were speaking about, the mindset and how, when you change the way that you think, you move differently. And so, I feel like, this is actually in all in alignment with, when we talk about, pressure creates urgency, um, and things like that, and clarity creates steadiness. And you'll see that in the comments also. And so before, closing this out, um, also, if you are, wanting to get access to the Quiet Queens Academy community, um, you can go to quietqueensacademy.com/community. You will have to create a username and log in, create your profile, and all those great things, and you will get access to Stop Chasing, uh, Calm Conversations that Convert, the Business Model Explained. And those are some of the trainings that I have off in there. They're very short and pretty much to the point, no fluff, anything like that. It would, I will talk about, the foundation. Um, and that's another course that, is a certainly you have to get access to that. But in any event, um, I just want to share that this morning because I think, like I said, a lot of women are realizing they don't actually want louder environments anymore. They want clarity, calm direction, emotional steadiness, and structure they can trust long term. And honestly, that changes the entire building experience. So I appreciate everyone listening in on this morning. Quiet Queens live. I am Shakita, and I will talk to you soon. I gotta go over here and do this live a different way.